Hello guys, Nutrition by Ndenya here, talking about nutrition labeling and understanding nutrition information. So with me here I have an apple. There's a reason why I have it. It's because when you check, it does not have any writing on it. So basically I'm just trying to tell you that it's as natural as it can get, and the idea for you to live a healthy lifestyle is to try and consume as many foods as possible that do not have a list of ingredients that you do not understand. So I have a few food items that I randomly picked from my house, and I wanted to use that to show you how to go about reading and understanding the nutrition information. Please understand that I am just reading what's on the particular item. I am not in any way advocating for an item or saying an item is bad. It's just making you understand how to handle it. So this is a mango juice. It said no sugar added. It's 100% fruit juice. That's 1 liter. So when you go to the nutrition information, a packet always has different sides. So there's the side where they'll include the ingredients, there's a side for nutrition information, and if it's an international product, then it's going to have the ingredients and the rest of the details in other languages. So for this, you need to understand that they said it does not have any added sugar, but let's find out. So the ingredients, the most used ingredient is always the number 1. So what that means is that if we are talking about this juice, then we are talking about the ingredients from the apple juice concentrate, because they've starred and said the star is for concentrate, all the way to ascorbic acid. So there's apple juice, there's mango puree, and there's grape juice. When we talk about the quantity, then we cannot tell the much they've used, because that's not indicated in the ingredients. But you can tell that there's a bit of apple juice concentrate, there's a bit of mango puree, and there's a bit of grape juice concentrate. What that means is that the concentration, the fruit was first really concentrated for it to be used here. So that means you'd rather consume a whole mango than going for the concentrate. Now, you will see that especially when you start looking at the nutrition information. So for example, under the nutrition information, there's always the serving size, and the serving size at times also comes with how many serving sizes are in this particular container, but these ones are not indicated. So the serving size for this, per serving size, in short, the serving suggestion is 200 ml. We said this is a liter, so that's 5 servings. When you come to the details on where I want us to concentrate on the nutrition information, then you'll find out the 200 ml is about 88 calories. Now the 200 ml is slightly less than the 1 cup that I showed you on the other day. The baking cup is 250 ml, so 200 is a bit slightly lower than that. So when you're checking that, at times you will see in these other ones that they will write 88 calories, but they're not telling you if it's in the serving or it's in the entire packet. So if you consumed this packet, then we are going to do 88 times 5. So in just this particular juice, that's close to 500 kilocalories from this packet. Then it gives you protein, 0% carbohydrates, and by grams, when we are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, we want your carbohydrates between 100 grams to 200 grams per day. And if the 200 ml is already giving you 21 grams, that is slightly on the higher side. So if you're consuming less carbohydrates and then you introduce this juice, then that means that day you still need to figure out the 21, or rather include it in your calculations. That's if you're calculating. Then there's always a lower part here where we are talking about fiber, saturated fat, vitamin C, but we always say you try get, especially the lower part, you try get it from the fruits and vegetables, because you cannot be able, apart from this one where we are able to get a higher percentage of vitamin C because it's fruit based, then the other ones you need to largely depend on fruits and vegetables to get your vitamins, because the amount found in one cannot be able to sustain for the day, or rather get you to what we call the daily recommended rate. Now, this is another product that I came across. So it has given 100 grams, and it's given per 15 grams. So you see, when you're buying or when you're picking it up from the cabinet, you're not going to check how many grams are in 1 teaspoon, but you need to have at the back of your mind that a teaspoon is about 4 grams. So that means in 4 teaspoons, in about 3.3 teaspoons, it's giving you let's check the energy. So the energy here is given in kilojoules. If you want to know the number of kilocalories in these kilojoules, you divide by about 4.4. So if we divide this roughly, I'm giving you a 50. If I divide by 4, it's a 50 something. But I want you to look at the sugar. If you do 3 teaspoons of drinking chocolate, that's giving you 3 teaspoons of sugar that on its own. You've not added anything else. Then we come to the ingredients. As I said, the list of ingredients is given from what is the most to what is least. So sugar here is the most ingredient used. Then we move to cocoa, and it's already giving you the percentage and the flavoring. Right? Then the serving suggestions, at times for the nutrition information, they'll use how they'd want you to serve it and how they want you to store it. They also always include any allergens. Let's move to the next ingredient, the next one that I have with me. So I have oats here with me. These are quick oats, and I want you to be careful about the nutrition information is given per 100 grams. So 100 grams of this is about 383 calories. The protein is indicated, but I also want you to see that it gives sugar, but it's given that it has 0 sugar. So you have to be careful when you're buying, that you understand what is in that particular good that you're buying. So if we go and back, I'm trying to check, but if they gave the ingredient list, we'd have known if it has more of the oats or. So this is oats. I have another one here. This is super berry granola. This is very interesting because it's given the front side and the back side. Now, I went a step ahead to show you the suggestion they've given. So here they've given a serving portion of 45 grams, and I went ahead and even got you to understand how 45 grams look like. 45 grams is so little, it's about a 1/3 cup. Now, when you go to this, it's saying the fat percentage, and then it's giving you the energy in calories. So that's about 191 kilocalories without milk, just the granola on itself. Then it's giving sugars. So in 45 grams, that's about 2.1 teaspoons of sugar. And what this means is that, yes, it has sugar. Let's go back to the other side so that we see the ingredient list is matching how we are saying. So I want you to watch the ingredients. It's coming from whole grain oat flakes. That's the bigger percentage. Then sugar is number 2. Then we have sunflower oil, we have dried berries, and dried blueberries, sliced cranberries. And remember, we said dried fruits have more sugar as compared to fresh fruit. So in this case, I would have simply just gotten my oats and then added my fresh fruit, so that now it doesn't have all this extra sugar that I'm not understanding. And then it has a bit of honey, and then it has natural flavoring. So what that means is that it has things that you would necessarily not need or would have avoided if you just mixed your own oats. Now, I like that they have boldly indicated it has almonds and oats, because they are some of the known allergens. And down here, it's talked about having other nuts and gluten. So if you're looking forward to going on a gluten-free diet, then it's already alerted you. Or if you have something like celiac disease, you know that it has a bit of gluten. So we go back here. I like that it's given both in 100 grams and 45 grams. So what that means is that if you chose today to have 100 grams of this, it's going to give you 423 calories in just the serving without milk. And the reference is always calculated for a person using 2,000, who's on a 2,000 calories diet. What I like with this is that they also told you the portions approximated in this pack. So when you're reading or when you're buying something from the supermarket, please be keen to look. So you want to consume the first ones written here in moderation. Then some of these ingredients, you don't even need to be consuming them. Like, for example, the regular oats did not have, the ones that I've just shown you did not have all these bits of the fats, because it was really low in fat. So that even explains why it's also been low in the calories. And then there are things like when you talk about vitamins, and you cannot get enough vitamins from this. So the idea is to still go back and consume fresh foods that do not necessarily have an entire list that you're reading out from.